In Star Wars, Luke Skywalker stands on a desert world. He looks up at the horizon and watches two suns set, one orange, one yellow. 2 points of light sinking into the sand. It is one of the most iconic scenes in cinema history. And it is not science fiction. Planets that orbit to stars exist. And they are more common than we ever imagined. These are circumbinary planets. Worlds where the sky is lit by two suns. Where sunsets happen twice. Where the gravitational dance of binary stars creates some of the strangest orbits in the galaxy. Let us begin with the stars themselves. Most stars in the galaxy are not alone. Roughly half of all stars exist in binary or multiple star systems. To stars orbiting each other, locked in a gravitational embrace. Some binaries are close, their surfaces nearly touching. They orbit each other in hours or days. Others are wide, separated by distances larger than our entire solar system. They orbit each other over thousands of years. For a long time, astronomers believed planets could not exist in binary systems. The gravitational forces would be too chaotic. A planet would be pulled between two stars, its orbit destabilized, eventually ejected or consumed. But then we found Kepler 16b, the first confirmed circumbinary planet. A world orbiting two suns. Kepler 16b is a gas giant, roughly the size of Saturn. It orbits a pair of stars every 229 days. The stars themselves orbit each other every 41 days. One star is orange, about 2/3 the mass of our Sun. The other is red, much smaller and dimmer. From the surface of Kepler 16b, if you could stand on it, you would see two suns in the sky, one bright, one faint. They would rise together, move across the sky together, and set together. A double sunset, except Kepler 16b is cold. Far from its stars, frozen, not a desert like Tatooine, but a world of ice and gas. Still, it exists, and it changed everything. Since the discovery of Kepler 16b, we have found dozens more circumbinary planets. Each one defies what we thought was possible. So how do these planets survive? The key is orbital stability. A planet in a binary system must orbit far enough from the stars that their combined gravity acts like a single point. If the planet orbits too close, the gravitational tug from each star pulls it in different directions. The orbit becomes chaotic. The planet is torn apart or ejected. But if the planet orbits far enough, the two stars blur together gravitationally. The planet sees them as one, and its orbit stabilizes. This is the foundation of the circumbinary habitable zone, the region where a planet can exist without being destroyed. Most circumbinary planets we have found orbit beyond this stable zone. They are cold gas giants in the outer reaches of their systems. But that does not mean warmer worlds cannot exist. It just means we have not found them yet. Or rather, we cannot detect them yet. Our current methods favor large planets in wide orbits. Smaller, closer planets are harder to see. But they are likely there, waiting to be discovered. Now, binary stars are not the only option. There are triple star systems, and even quadruple systems. And yes, planets can exist there too. One example is HD 188,753 of, a gas giant orbiting one star or a triple star system. From that planet, you would see three suns in the sky, one close and bright, and to distant, smaller ones, circling each other. A sky lit by 3 points of light, 3 sunrises, 3 sunsets. The shadows would shift constantly. Day and night would lose all meaning. It sounds chaotic, but it is real. Now let us ask the question everyone wants to know. Could life exist on a planet with two suns? The answer is maybe. It depends on the type of stars and the planet's distance from them. If the planet orbits in the habitable zone, where liquid water can exist, then yes, life is possible. But there are complications. Binary stars often have unstable energy outputs. If one star is larger and more active, it could produce intense radiation, solar flares, and stellar winds. These could strip away a planet's atmosphere, sterilize its surface, and make life impossible. But if the stars are stable, if the planet has a strong magnetic field to protect it, if it has a thick atmosphere to regulate temperature, then life could emerge. And it would be strange. Imagine photosynthesis driven by two stars. Plants that adapted to two different wavelengths of light, one star orange, one star red. The plants might be purple or black instead of green, absorbing every photon they can. Day and night cycles would be complex. Sometimes one sun sets while the other remains. Sometimes both set together, plunging the world into brief darkness. Organisms would evolve around these rhythms. Sleep patterns, migration, reproduction all synchronized to the dance of two suns. And what about intelligent life? If civilizations arose on such worlds, their mythology would be built around duality, two gods, two forces, balance and opposition. Their astronomy would be fundamentally different from ours. We learned about orbits by watching planets move around one sun. They would learn by watching two suns spiral around each other. Their mathematics, their physics, shaped by a universe with two centers. But here is the unsettling part. Binary systems are more violent than single-star systems. When one star dies, it affects the other. If one star goes supernova, the explosion could sterilize every planet in the system. Or if one becomes a white dwarf, it might start pulling matter from its companion, creating a nova, or even a supernova. The sky would light up, brighter than 1,000 suns, and then nothing. Life on such worlds would live under a constant, invisible threat, a cosmic sword hanging over their heads. One day, the balance would break, and the system would end. Now let us return to Tatooine. Could a desert planet like that exist in a binary system? Yes, if the planet is close enough to be warm, but not too close to be destroyed. If it has lost its oceans due to stellar winds or a runaway greenhouse effect. If it orbits to stable, sun-like stars. Then yes, a desert world with two suns is possible. And we might find one, as our telescopes improve, as we detect smaller planets, the odds increase. One day, we will discover a rocky world in a binary system, a true Tatooine. And when we do, the universe will feel a little less like science fiction, and a little more like home. In the end, circumbinary planets remind us that the universe does not follow our rules. It does not care what we think is possible. Binary stars should tear planets apart, but instead, they cradle them. Three-star systems should be too chaotic for worlds to form. But planets exist there anyway. Nature finds a way, even in the strangest corners of the cosmos, even where two suns light the sky. Thank you for watching the double sunset with us. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, keep looking up.